Hola, clase. In this short video, I'm going to do a quick review of los verbos de ar. Okay? So, first, remember that we have three categories of verbs. See? So, the first is that we have the infinitive, is the verb in its simplest form. So, when a verb is in this form, it will always end in AR, ER, or IR. And in the infinitive form, the verb means to something. So, for example, hablar means to speak. See? So, we don't say I to speak, you to speak, etc. So, we need to change the verb so that it matches with the subject. And that process is called conjugation. That's all conjugation is simply changing the ending of the verb, so changing the AR, ER, or IR to match the subject. So for example, we're going to take off the R of AR verbs and we are going to replace it with these endings. So the O goes with yo, tú, has, él, ella, usted, a, nosotros, hamos, ellos, ellas, ustedes, han. So over here we have el verbo estudiar. So we take off the AR and then we just add the corresponding endings. Yo estudio, tú estudias, él, ella, usted estudia, nosotros estudiamos, ellos, ellas, ustedes estudian. O, as, a, amos, an. And notice the stem of the verb stays the same in all of those forms. Okay, so now we're going to look at what happens when you have two verbs that are part of the same verb phrase. So, for example, yo necesito estudiar. So, necesitar is a verb itself, it's an AR verb. And we have estudiar, which we know is also a verb. So when you have two verbs right next to each other, where this would be verb number one, necesito, and verb number two, estudiar, you're going to conjugate the first verb because you want it to mean I need. I need. See? But the second verb, we're going to leave that in the infinitive because remember, the infinitive means to something. So in this phrase, we're saying, I need to study. So this rule only applies when the two verbs are part of the same verb phrase. So some common verbs that we use in those two verb phrases are with necesitar, to need, or desear, okay, desear. So you could say, yo necesito estudiar. Yo deseo estudiar. But the concept remains that the first verb is conjugated and the second one is in the infinitive.